Diamonds Direct. Diamonds Direct. Diamonds, engagement rings, and so much more. Highest quality, best prices every day. Get directions, store hours, and more at diamondsdirect.com.
My name's Justin Hartman, and I'm the founder of Canary Tree Service. I'm proud to share with you a program called Tree Work for Heroes. We wanted to find a way to pay back the men and women who put their lives on the line and serve our country. The goal of the program is to help veterans who are on a fixed income remove trees that are threatening to fall on their homes. The service is free to veterans that are unable to pay. If you're a veteran or you know a veteran who needs assistance, please give us a call at 753-8785 or visit canarytreeservice.com. Thank you for your service.
Get your morning up to par.
Yes. Kick in birdie.
With Brunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info. Brought to you by
Renewal by Anderson. A better way to a better window. Wednesday morning on 1010XL.
Ackerman Urology has the latest options for improving men's health and vitality. Our board-certified urologists treat prostate disease and sexual health issues to ensure your confidence and wellness. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Quality work for people you can trust at a fair price. I can't put it any simpler. This is Frank Franzi, and I'm talking about Big Chief Tire. Look, I've known the Parman family for years. They have been taking care of Jacksonville's tire needs for a lot longer than that. They've stayed in business for so long because they always take the best care of you and your vehicle. Tires, brakes, alignments. I always go to Big Chief Tire, and you should too. Proudly serving Jacksonville since 1961. Big Chief Tire. Drive in, drive out, drive on.
It's too late for me to start a 529 college plan. My son isn't a baby. I would have had to start investing years ago. It would take me forever to catch up. How could I ever afford to pay for it all?
Saving with Florida Prepaid is an affordable plan. There's a Florida 529 plan for every budget, so it's never too late to start saving. And any saving you do now will mean less debt for your child later. Use our online pricing tools to find the tax-free 529 college plan that's right for your family. Prepaid open enrollment is now. Enroll today.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey there, it's Marty Clark from the IT support team at Google. One of the hardest parts of my job is hiring IT support specialists. And we're not the only company with this challenge. There are 215,000 unfilled IT support jobs in America. It's why the IT training program we developed at Google is available for everyone. It helps you get ready for a job in under 6 months, and your resume will be considered by Google and more than 40 other employers. You don't even need tech experience or a college degree. Enroll today at g.co/ITcert. That's g.co/ITcert.
Hello, March Mania. And March Mania means a March Mania sale going on all month long at Nimnick Buick GMC, where they make your tax refund go farther than anywhere else. Do yourself a favor, stop by Nimnick Buick GMC on Phillips Highway today, or shop the biggest savings vehicles online at nimnickbuickgmc.com. That's NIMNICHT BuickGMC.com. Why? Well, they're the number one Buick GMC dealership in Jacksonville. So if you're in the market for a car, a truck, an SUV, they have the most cars, trucks, and SUVs than anyone in the region. The largest inventory, which means what? Better selection? Yeah, you think? It means the best service and, of course, the best price guarantee. And then Nimnick family, well, they've been serving and donating to our community for 79 years now, and no one cares more about their customers before and after the sale. Heck, they'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy theirs. Bring in your vehicle today for a free cash appraisal. Where? GMC Professional Grade at Nimnick Buick GMC, the new name in Buick.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Well, we got a gut punch early this morning from Jan Ngakwe on Twitter.
All my bags are packed, ready to go.
Don't go, Jan. We don't have a lot of good players. We just want a couple. Get off the plane!
I don't think.
Jan, come back!
There are, and here's the thing too. Here's the reality too, Hick. There are certain players that could say that you wouldn't think it's over.
Yeah,
it's over with Jan. He is not going to play here.
Yeah,
unless they just come dump $25 million a year on
Jan
him.
has tweeted out this morning, the Jaguars are aware I no longer have interest in signing a long-term contract in Jacksonville. Duval, I love you and gave you guys everything I got. I'm thankful for the journey. Look forward to continuing my career elsewhere. 91.
And again, they have options. Yeah, they can franchise tag him. He doesn't have to play under it. He'll sit out a year. I think he would. I don't think
franchise tag him for 2 years.
And whether or not he made this decision when they wouldn't pay him last year, or there's thoughts that an offer has already been made this offseason that he found.
Well, my point is what I was trying to say, not eloquently, about Jan is he seems to have that kind of personality. He played for $2 million last year when he could have played for anywhere from, depending on who you talk to, 19 to, a $19 million type bonus last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he played for a whole lot less and didn't seem affected by it. He played his butt off. He played hard. He had his usual Jan type year. And so now, if you're the Jags, I get the feeling that Yannick Ngakoue, when they slap the franchise tag out, will say, fine, I'm just not going to play. I'm not going to play this year. And then the Jags are forced to go the Texans route, like you said earlier, and you trade Clowney to the Seahawks. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets because the value goes down because he's not going to play. And then, and then you play that shell game. Oh, he'll play. Oh, he's going to play. He's not going to turn down that money. Well, these guys are different.
Did you see Le'Veon Bell?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just know it continues to be contentious. And the number one offseason priority on December 31st.
They failed in a month.
Is now March.
Yeah, they failed.
It's now March, and we don't have.
And by the way, I would also say this if I was a boss. So let me get this straight.
Adam Schnickner.
Uh-huh.
I believe it's Spoofter.
What's Schlatter has tweeted out, and this game is moving fast right before our eyes. Jaguars will use their franchise tag on pass rusher Jan Ngakoue per league sources. The tag will allow them to try to trade him if that's what they decide or are forced to do.
No, they're going to be forced to do that. Jan's not going to play for the Jags. I don't think he's the type
I think
that
you're
says
right.
that.
Normally I would say, settle
we'll
down,
see, but I don't
money.
think he will. Yeah.
It's clear. Listen,
he doesn't want to be here.
There's a point where the two reach an impasse.
And feelings get hurt.
Yeah.
And Jan will do it like a man, unlike Jalen.
Correct.
He's doing it the man's way in the offseason.
Yes.
How you're supposed to.
Well, he played out his contract,
Correct.
too. He did everything
100%. But I'm saying, inevitably someone will make a comparison. Well, first Jalen, now Jan. No, what Jan is doing is within his rights. He did it like a professional, not like a sniveling crybaby quitter.
Fair.
So we'll see. He's not going to play here. But I would just say this. I'm the overall boss. My top management says he's got a top priority. If he freaking fails at it in 6 weeks, is he the right manager? I mean, there are so many questions to be asked here about this failure.
But again, before when we assign blame, the blame has to go all the way to the top. I mean, the owner has to say yes or no. The owner can say, look, I want him signed.
Sure.
The
owner could also say, I want a new coach. I want a new GM.
Right, but he
did
too.
I know.
So here we are.
I wonder if he knows that Jan's a free agent, quite frankly. I mean, Shad Khan's day-to-day interest in running this football team doesn't seem to extend beyond much of games moved to London and Lot J developments. Only time I hear from the guy is when it's a business-related or he's kowtowing to Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Or firing Tom Coughlin. I never heard him talk about any kind. And it's one thing to be hands-off, but it's okay to offer an opinion, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, the whole thing. Listen, the XFL...
it stinks.
If the XFL has an aggressive option if they choose to do it. If they do it, they could, alienate college football for sure. And I don't know what it would mean for their relationship if there ever is going to be one with the NFL. But if the XFL is serious about becoming a real viable sports league, there is an option out there that only they can offer. And I wonder if we're going to get to an aggressive point. It's time to start sorting high school's top recruits into those that really want to go to college and those that are going to college to prepare for the NFL. Would you say that a large portion of college athletes are going there to get ready for the NFL?
Yes.
Or a high portion? Well, obviously, that's the only option they have. And we've heard this countered with college athletes should be paid. They're doing all this work. It's a full-time job. They don't get any money. Well, why wouldn't the XFL just make the announcement? Okay, that's it. Starting this year, we're taking top football players whose goal is to play and will probably play in the NFL in 3 years, but they'd like to be paid $150,000 a year until then instead of going to school. And you know what? You can still go to school. We're going to pay you $150,000 to play in our football league. Then we're going to pay your tuition in, from February, from September to December. And then in 3 years, when you'll be draft eligible, guess what? You'll have, $450,000 saved up. You'll have the same opportunity to expand. And I don't see what the loss is, I guess. And it may not be a million of them that you could do it, but you almost might be better with a developmental league that's all of that level of player, or the majority of that level of player. That hurts too many feelings to do that?
I don't know. It's interesting.
Does that sound feasible to you, right?
Yeah.
It gives an and plus now, no longer can you say, I have no option. You have to pay me to go to college because I have no option.
Right.
Well, yeah, you do. You can go make a six-figure salary and get NFL level coaching.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's...
The XFL would do itself smartly to sort of...
aggressively pursue that.
And work out with the NFL, though.
Well, and I think if you do that, then you are, because now you are the NFL's developmental league. The NFL still wins.
Yeah.
The reason the NFL doesn't push for taking kids out of high school is they have an awesome farm system in place for free.
Yeah.
Every other sport has to pay their minor leagues to develop their players.
Right.
The NFL just lets college programs do it.
All right, so the big news, Jan Ngakwe says, I'm done with Jacksonville. We will take your phone calls later. We'll take Tony Baselli here in the next few minutes and get his thoughts
Breakfast with Baselli,
about
yeah.
that. That's coming up. And he may be 100% to blame for this. But we'll try to figure that out when we come back.
The 1010XL studios are kept clean by Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Here's your chance to get an upgraded experience at the Players' Championship this March. Text CAPTAIN to the 1010XL text line at 641-1010 for your chance to win tickets to the Captain's Club, a premium club space with views of the 16th and 18th holes.
Steal a deal on a new 2020 Acura today. Shop FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com for the year's best pricing, aggressive financing offers, exclusive conquest and loyalty programs, and more. Make the switch and upgrade to Acura today. FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com.
They walked in with this giant hose thing and this weird-looking mask.
I could not tolerate the mask. Clear and simple.
CPAP works for some people, but not everyone. That's why there's Inspire. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. If you're struggling with CPAP, visit InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Testimonials are genuine and typical. Results may vary. Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you. Review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
If the moments of sexual intimacy with your partner are memories of the past, take note. ED isn't an inevitable part of aging. The urologists of the McKeever Clinic can get you back to feeling like your normal self again. Generic forms of Viagra and Cialis are now available directly at McKeever. Your McKeever doctor will decide if this alternative is right for you, and you can go home the same day with the prescription. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urological care since 1921.
Mark your calendars. The World Poker Tour Deep Stacks Jacksonville starts March 20th and runs through the 30th at the Best Bet Jacksonville Card Room. You won't want to miss a single minute of the excitement as the Best Bet Jacksonville Card Room hosts 13 poker events, including a $300,000 main event guarantee. The World Poker Tour Deep Stacks Tournament is one of Best Bet's biggest events of the year. We'll see you there. For more information, head to bestbetjacks.com. Best Bet. Experience the best.
Oh, spring cleaning, 12 months a year. Anytime you need it, 1-800-GOT-JUNK comes and gets it. And what you need is some clean space, right? I don't know about you. My garage becomes a storage closet. And by storage, I mean junk. And it builds and builds and builds. Then I get to the point that I take care of it with one quick call. I just call 1-800-GOT-JUNK, or maybe I just log on to 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com. But it makes spring cleaning time anytime. You point, they haul it away. Simple as that. 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience our gold standard as the world's best golfers take on the Island Green. Bring the whole family to stock up on one-of-a-kind gear in the PGA Tour Fan Shop and enjoy bites from top local restaurants. Plus, award-winning duo The Chainsmokers will perform during Military Appreciation Day on Tuesday, March 10th. Get tickets and parking today at theplayers.com.
For many of us, it's tax refund season. And if you're like me, you may need a new set of tires or just want to upgrade your wheels. Mike Dempsey here for TireOutlet.com, and right now through the end of March, you can save $100 on tire and wheel packages. That's right, $100 off a tire and wheel package with Tire Outlet. Just log on to TireOutlet.com right now and visit the offers page to view and receive this special discount. TireOutlet.com, wholesale prices, premium service.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have a special offer for anyone who is buying or refinancing a home. It's not something you do every day, so you want to make sure you're getting a great deal. Trustline Mortgage will pay you $100 just to give you a free second opinion. What do you have to lose? Nothing. I know what you're thinking. How can they possibly pay me $100 just to give me a free second opinion? That's crazy. Listen, Trustline Mortgage is celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. You're in business that long because you're good at what you do. Call Trustline Mortgage today to get your free second opinion, your $100, and your peace of mind. Jumbo loans, interest-only loans, conventional, VA, FHA, credit challenge loans, bank statement loans, self-employed, purchases, refinances, you name it, we have it. Call Trustline Mortgage at 381-LOAN or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 331480.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. Holy great deals, Batman. How do we do it? Murray Superstores offer an exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty. So stop paying those big city prices at those big city dealers. Shazam! And we'll trade anything from kitchen mops to laptops. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Expert Automotive. I'm Taylor Dahl for 1010XL. Yannick Ngakoue took to Twitter this morning saying, quote, "The Jaguars are aware I no longer have interest in signing a long-term contract in Jacksonville. Duval, I love you, and I gave you guys everything I got. I'm thankful for the journey and look forward to continuing my career elsewhere," unquote. The Jags will use their franchise tag on Ngakoue. Per league sources, the tag will allow them to try and trade him if that's what they decide or are forced to do, via Adam Schefter. And for college basketball, the Gators, with a rough start, turned the ball over 11 times in the first half, leading to a loss to Tennessee 63-58. Florida State was upset over the weekend 70-69 by Clemson, and JU closed out ASUN regular season with a 53-52 win versus Stetson. It's 54 degrees at 8:01. Time and temp are brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Now breakfast with Boselli.
Brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting.
Providing first-class construction services.
On 1010XL.
A pause, please.
I will remember
More top talent right out the door.
Nobody left. Nobody.
It is Tom's fault. It started when he shipped off the big fella way back in 01.
Should have kept him.
Yeah, that's when it started.
Sad day when he
haven't been the same since.
Walked down the street, knocked on the door.
It's the curse of Boselli. It just dawns on me. We've barely been to the playoffs since then.
Yeah.
There's something to say.
Yeah. Should have never let you go.
What do we have to do, Tony, to rectify that? You
Tony,
think? Is there any ceremony or anything?
Tony, before we get into Jan and all things Jaguar, Are you willing to share the big personal news from the family, or is that private? Because it was out on social media, so I was informed by my son. So I'm just curious: is that a done deal or no?
I don't think it's a done. I mean, I don't know if that's what your final choice is. She's excited about it.
Yeah.
But I don't want. Yeah, let's not get into that.
No, listen. That's tremendous news. I mean, I feel like we're now even closer than ever. So.
No, we're not.
Look forward to seeing you.
Not yet. Not yet. At least.
Okay.
Are you saying Tony's coming to the lottery party?
No, Tony won't. Tony would want an honorarium to come to the Dan Hicken NBA Draft Lottery Party.
I was willing to come for a small fee, and
yeah,
not to pay it.
He will let you swim in his pee pool for free.
You can't swim in the pee
There's
pool.
a lot of urine in his pool, Tony. You probably don't want to go.
Yeah, I do pee in the pool.
God.
Yeah,
that
he
is a
admits
fact.
it. He's proud of it.
You pee. Why do you pee in the pool?
Who doesn't pee in the pool?
Me?
Everyone pees in the pool.
I do not pee in the pool.
We don't have to do this again, but everybody pees in the pool.
You're so wrong about this. It's going to be on your epitaph.
You know what?
Stop.
You know what chlorine does? It cleans the pee.
No, you need to get off of this one.
There's two types of people, Dad: pool peers and liars.
Yeah.
No, that's just you guys are. I'm worried about both of you if you really think that.
Yes, sir.
Here's the deal.
Yes, sir.
If I was like probably 10, I'd probably pee in the pool.
Sure, when you're a child. That's right, Tony. It's a child activity.
Yeah.
Tone,
So right now,
Tone, let me ask you something. Let me paint a picture for you, big fella. You're Don Anthony Baselli, living legend. You're in the big pool of yours.
Come back to the
It's
pool.
a beautiful day. You're in there by yourself, just cooling off, and all of a sudden you have this urge that you have to, pee.
Get out and
now,
walk to the
Tone,
bushes.
are you going to get out and walk into your house and leave the wet floor, or are you just going to let it rip?
No, we're going to go over to the bushes or
You
behind
can't
a
do it
tree.
in the bushes.
Sure,
it's
you
too
can.
neighborhoody.
Well,
It's better than the pool, friend.
Well, now I will say this. I think Dan might be correct that there's a larger population than we would like to admit. Because this is my like I was on vacation, and you go to vacation, you're sitting by the pool, and like there's people having adult beverages all day.
Right.
And what
You
happens?
guys are making me never want to go swimming again.
I mean, it's a fact.
You have what happens? When you have
You got a wee-wee.
You got a wee-wee, and I sit there watching people sucking down beers, never leaving the pool.
Well, then they're definitely peeing.
They're peeing in the pool.
Trust me on that
peeing
one.
in the pool.
There's no question. And if they ever put the chemical in, as we know, they
It's
would.
keeping me away from the draft party, Tony. That's all I can say. The fear of the coronavirus last year. I think that may have been where, we've been pointing in the wrong direction. I think the coronavirus started in Dan Hicken's pool.
You may have.
There's a chance.
All right, so Jan Ngakwe releases a statement this morning via Twitter saying, adios, Jacksonville. I've informed the Jaguars I don't want to play for them. The Jaguars immediately will use the franchise tag.
Yeah.
Tone, I mean.
Here we go.
I know. But Tone.
You know this was coming?
What?
I mean, I did. I don't know about anyone else. I knew there was no way they were getting him signed before.
I don't think he's ever playing for the Jags. I can't say I know that because I don't think unless they offer him $30 million a year, I think he'd rather play somewhere else for $1 million less a year. I really do. I think he does not like the people down there.
Here's the interesting thing, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the answer. Is there another team in the NFL going to pay him $22 million a year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if he hit free agency, he would get that money.
And the funny thing
that
is,
we overpay for guys, right?
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing too: if he were a free agent, the Jags would happily overpay for him. They do it year after year. If he was someone else's defensive end, they'd offer him
Well, that's
$22
part of
million
free
a
agency,
year.
yes.
I don't know. I don't think they would.
All right.
And this is why.
Okay.
And I love Jan, and I've said all along, I want Jan on the team.
Right.
You need good players. He's
Right.
a pro. But at the same time, if you look at the last 2 years, he has not hit double-digit sacks in the last 2 years.
That's fair.
Right.
It doesn't feel like it, but maybe it ends up being a relief from the Jags for not. But only if you replace him, right? Only if.
Well, I
No,
mean,
but you see what I'm saying? Like, when I think of $22 million guys, those are guys who are getting like 14, 15 sacks a year, right?
I agree.
37 and a half sacks in 4 years, Tone. 8, 12, 9.5, and 8 he's done in his 4 seasons with the Jags. Again, very good football player.
Oh, very good.
Not great
I want him on the
football.
team.
Understood. But the point is, for this team at this time, when your GM comes out on December 31st and says, number one priority is signing Yannick Ngakoue, he knows how we feel about him, and then here it is, March 2nd, and there's no deal. He doesn't want to play for you. It's just another kick in the giblets for the franchise. It's not a good look at the very, very least.
Well, I mean, it's not forget about the look. It's not good to lose good football players.
Also good. Correct.
Yeah, and here, but it's not okay. But and here's the flip side. Let me tell you another thing.
Okay.
You franchise him, he has no leverage, and now it's going to be the onus is going to be on him to go find somebody who's willing to pay him the $22 million
and
give
send a
the
draft
Jaguars
pick.
a draft pick.
Yeah.
I get the feeling Yannick Ngakwe's.
This is long.
I understand that, but I get the feeling, and I want to get your opinion on this because it's, I know what Prisco would say. It's they'll play, but it happens now in this day and age. I get the feeling Yannick Ngakoue, when they slap that franchise tag on him, will not play for the Jags. Yes, sir. I'm listening.
It's $19 million.
It was 19 last year, Tone.
No, hold on, time out.
Yeah.
He didn't hold out last year and missed games for $2 million.
Correct.
You think Yannick Ngakoue is missing a paycheck for $19 million a year?
Yeah, I don't
know.
Not
a chance.
Okay.
Not a chance.
Okay.
I do think this.
Save this, and I hope and pray that you're right. And if that's the case, well, then that's fine.
We can go dime bet. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that he's going to be on the Jaguars this year. I'm not saying that.
Right.
There might be.
No, I hear you. You're saying he will play football this year.
Yes, he'll be on. As outside of an injury.
Correct.
Yannick Ngakoue will be on the field starting either for the Jaguars or another team.
Okay.
Opening day.
I'll say this about Yannick Ngakoue, and this speaks well for him, is that you do get the sense that Yannick Ngakoue is the kind of player that if he does have to bite the bullet and play for the Jags, he'll play hard. Right? Some guys run happy and brooding.
No.
There's don't think it's a guarantee. There's the Jalen approach.
No, I hear
where you jake and you fake. And,
he wouldn't do that.
He won't do that.
He wouldn't do that.
Not him.
Yeah,
that's why you want him.
Yeah,
that's why I would overpay a little bit for Jan because of everything he brings.
Right.
He's a great. I mean, he's a pro. He loves ball.
Yeah.
And I just think it's going to be interesting. Is there a market for Jan out there? I don't know the answer. This is a legit question. Someone's going to pay him $22. So 5 years, $110 million with 65 to 70 guaranteed.
Now let me ask you this. What do you think? I've read a tweet from Adam Kaplan this morning that young premium pass rusher, there would be a market for him. What do you think the Jaguars could get for Yannick?
I would let him go. If I'm Dave Caldwell and Doug Marrone, knowing I got to win this year or justify why to bring me back next year, there's not a chance I'm trading Yannick Ngakoue unless the owner tells me I have to outside of getting a first rounder. No chance.
Okay.
And if I'm shot, I'm not sure I do it for less than a first rounder. Go see.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean.
Well,
maybe a high two. If you just felt like there was no chance he was going to play for you this year, and you felt like you could use that $19 million. Because here's the other thing that hamstrings you a little bit. The day you put that tag on him, that's $19 million of your cap that you can't go be aggressive in free agency with. So even if you do trade him around the draft, let's say, well, guess what? Free agency's over, or all the good players.
The Texans last year traded Jadeveon Clowney. Was it the same type of situation? Is that fair? Are we on the same?
Yeah,
I think so.
They didn't want to pay him.
Okay, and they got, what did they get? Kiki Mingo, Jacob Martin, and a 2020 third-round draft pick. That's what they got from Seattle.
And by the way, they paid for half of his contract.
And they paid for half of his contract.
Here's the thing, too. Don't forget this part either, gang. Yeah, Jan may take 22 minimum here, but he may take 20-21 somewhere else. I really think that he just...
Time out. I'm not doing that, though, guy. I'm not trading him for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you pay him the 19 and you get him and he plays, because I believe Jan will play because he loves football.
By the way, Jan has more sacks in 4 years than Clowney had in 5.
Yeah, and I would say this too, Tony. If you believe he's going to play, then why are we even talking about trading him? If you believe that Yannick Ngakoue will play under the tag, then okay, then we're not trading you. You'll play under the tag then.
The only reason I would trade him, Jeff, is if I got a first rounder and I get another first rounder and I know I got a guy who's not crazy about being here, and the only way I'm going to be able to keep him is franchise him this year, and then he's going to want 24 next year, and I'm not really wanting to pay him that. Get the first rounder when you can. Otherwise, I never understood why the Texans did that deal, because the reality is if Jan plays next year,
right,
and leaves in free agency after that, you're going to get a third round compensatory pick
Right.
for him.
Now you can
Why would you
franchise
take a
him
third rounder?
You can franchise him for 2 straight, right?
Yeah, but now you're getting into the second year is going to be, so if it's 19 this year, I think the number is, it's going to be like 22, 23 the next year.
Well, it's
Those
two-
are-
What if I just go get
2
Shaq?
year-
What if I just go get Shaq Barrett for $20 million a year and we'll just call it a day?
No,
right?
No, because I'm pretty sure Tampa's going to try to sign him.
Yeah.
19 and a half sacks for him last year, boys.
I guess the issue is this, though,
Yeah,
Tone.
that's a lot of sacks.
Right?
I guess the issue is this, though, Tone. You don't let Jan Ngakoue is what you want in your organization. A third-round pick who you develop, who turns out to be a pretty doggone good football player, and then so you've hit on somebody in the draft, and then you sign him and keep him because he's a part of the fabric of your football team. And yet for some, I know you don't, but I'm just trying to, and yet for some reason, I'm trying to see both sides here, but I'm having a hard time not being really ticked off at the Jack.
well,
like, why is it so hard, Tone, for this franchise?
Let
Why?
me ask you a question, Dan.
Yes, sir.
Would you pay Yannick Ngakoue for we all love him.
Yes.
The production he's given you.
Yes.
As you look around, would you pay him 5 years, $110 million, give him $65 million guaranteed?
Okay, so last year, Tone,
I'm just asking you.
I'm going to answer.
It's a simple
Last
question.
year, I was in agreement with, listen, we made you, and again, nobody knows the exact parameters, so the Jags may have let out some of the numbers that weren't exactly what they were reported to be, okay? But last year, I would agreed. But now I'm saying if Jan wants, listen to me, if Jan wants 22 and the Jags are around 20, what's $2 million a year, bro? Who's that? That's not going to cost you. So yes, I would pay him. Yes.
So you would pay a guy who is averaging less than 10 sacks a year.
Yes.
$22 million a year.
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah,
Well,
I think I would because of the position we're in. And then I probably, I hate to say this,
I'm not saying
I know.
not saying I wouldn't. By the way, I'm just asking.
But here's the thing: is his best football in front of him? Can he get even better? Listen, and maybe
I want him on my team.
I know you do. I'm. But you're asking me questions, so I'm trying to answer them for you. So I'm just going back and forth. How about Tone? At some point, let me ask you this, General Manager Tony Baselli, President Baselli, of football operations, would you sign Jan and release Calais?
Ooh.
Sign Jan. Well, I don't know if it's I don't think it's an either or. I think you can do other things, but
well, I mean, okay, if you could only keep one, who would you keep?
Well, you always keep the younger man.
Right. Right.
I mean, I do at least.
As great as Calais Campbell has been,
I love Calais.
He's one of my top 5 Jags of all
just so you
time.
know, I'm going to give you a different perspective too.
Okay.
And is because you started it saying you have to sign, you got to keep these guys in your roster.
Yes.
You got to build.
Yes.
And for the most part,
Isn't that the idea? That's the idea, right?
Most of the time, I would agree with you.
Okay.
But there's also, you can look around the league.
Uh-huh.
And I'll give you an example.
Please.
The Baltimore Ravens
Okay.
have a lot of their guys go after their first contract.
Yes, they do.
And they just restock them. Like a perfect example is Darius Smith, really good player for the Ravens.
Good
They
point.
let him go. The Packers signed him for a bunch of money.
Good
They
point.
But here's why.
Uh-huh.
They had Matthew Judon sitting there.
Right. And here's the difference.
We have Taven Bryan.
Here's
I don't
the
know what you guys are
difference.
worried
The
about.
Baltimore Ravens draft well, the Jacksonville Jaguars draft, period. Right?
So now,
I mean, that's just true.
They do draft.
You're
right.
In fairness,
okay.
they did hit on Josh Allen.
They did.
And now they have a guy in Josh Allen.
Okay.
Who can come up and play that position
Okay.
if they decide to move on from Jan and get a high draft pick.
Okay. Okay.
Listen.
I hear you. I'm
easy for us.
I know. I'm not ripping.
So easy for us.
Yeah.
It's so easy for us to sit here. Just pay him.
Yeah.
He
But
will.
the job
The reason that's easy though, Tony, is because I think he's going to get $22 million. I don't know why you think he's not. He may get more than that. I mean, Frank Clark.
I didn't say he,
you didn't say you think that? Okay, all right.
I don't know. I said I don't know what the
All right,
market is.
because I know. I mean, Frank Clark last year got 105, and he averages less sacks than Jan does. So, it's not all.
But Frank Clark was coming off a year.
He had 13. It's a good year.
That matters. Okay, that matters.
Well, I mean, Jan had a season
of 8.
Yeah, but he's had. It's not about what you had last year. It's what are you capable of getting? No,
I know, but Jeff, I'm just telling you how they look at this. He had 12 2 years ago. He had 9.5 a year. 18. He had 8 this past year.
Let's Tony's 24.
And by the way,
yeah,
come on. He's a young guy. I love him. It's uncomfortable for me to say.
No, I don't think anyone's taking it that way.
I'm not taking it that way.
I'm not taking it that way at all.
I'm not. I understand what you're saying.
If you ask around the league, the GMs around the league too, is Frank Clark is a better every down player from the standpoint of playing the run.
Didn't DeMarcus Lawrence also get the big $110 million deal?
And he's an every down. He plays the run well, and he had a big year. And by the way, he fell off this year.
Well, he's got. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He averages 6 sacks a year. It's different, I guess, than what you expect them all to be Khalil Mack or to have the 18 sacks, right?
And they're not.
Yeah.
And so you might very well be right, and I just don't know. It's not like but Dave should have a good feel because he's out there talking to agents and they're getting to feel what the market is. So he should have a good idea what Jan's going to get paid. And you guys are right. If Jan was a free agent, he would probably get paid, $22 million because it'd be a bidding war for a young pass rusher. There's no doubt about any of that. And I get Jan's position. He's like, wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys don't want to pay me last year? Fine. I played out the deal. I'm going to go hit free agency if I can and try to hit the jackpot. I don't blame Jan at all for what he's doing. I said, but it's just a bigger thing. You have to put this whole puzzle together. If you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, you have to look where you're at, where your cap is, where you allocated resources, and kind of, where does Jan fit in that? Do you want to have in that position between Josh Allen and Jan? I don't know what Josh's number, but let's say $30 million a year locked up in the defensive position. There's nothing wrong with that,
right?
But it's just a philosophy.
Yeah, I'm just Khalil Mack, guys, 16 starts. How many sacks you think he had this year?
He only had 6-7, didn't he?
8.5.
Yeah,
same as Jan. I mean, I think they're gonna.
He's had years though. I mean,
sure he has.
But Khalil Mack was like MVP of the year.
I get it, bro. I'm not comparing him, but I'm just telling you, there's teams out there like the Jaguars that see numbers and throw cash, and I'll see you next week.
Tony, I think it would have a lot more credibility if we had the Baltimore Ravens resume. But we don't,
disagree.
So it seems
it's a perception issue.
Correct. So everything we do is magnified as a gigantic, dumbass mistake. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not, and this is where I haven't thought about it enough, but if, push come to shove, if I had to lean in and say, okay, would I be comfortable maybe paying Jan a little bit more than I want to, because I need guys like him on my team.
Right.
The tone center. I'm trying to build a culture here. I'm trying to, build a winning atmosphere and a professional atmosphere. And Jan is that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's value to that in me. And you need guys like Jan on your team.
Right.
And so maybe
you need guys. Jan is a fiery scream. Like, there's situations in the locker room at times. Jan gets into it with dudes because he's. But I have a lot of respect for him, Tone, because I would go up to him and you could disagree with him, but he would always talk to us. He would always, he was. So I have a lot of respect for the way he handles himself.
What did Miles? What did Miles get? What was his deal? You remember?
33. Guaranteed, I think.
Did he become the highest paid middle linebacker?
No.
He's not that far off. If he made 30,
he was like 5th or 6th.
Yeah. Well, again, my point is though, part of running a team. Part of running a team.
Saying that's a good deal.
No, my point is this. Well, whether or not it is, my point isn't to talk about whether or not that's a good deal. My point is that when you run an organization, you can't just go off season to off season, man. I mean, you got to understand people are coming up, what the rate's going to be then, how your personality is going to respond. And so the one part of it that I do understand the players' frustrations, even if there's nothing that teams can do about it, is I understand if you're a dominant player at your position and you look at some slappy on your team who doesn't play near your level and makes more money, I get that. I think we all do.
Oh, that's a dynamic in the locker room.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, right. And so I think that leads even – and now with social media and players' ability to sound off, it seems to inflame it even more. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why that's why you got to be so careful who you pay, because who you pay sends a message to the locker room as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
It's really
Beef.
important. And so, and before Beef goes, but Dan, you made a good. It was either you or Jeff said, if you're willing to pay him 20,
right?
That's Hick. Yeah. Why not pay him 22? What's the difference?
Why not pay? If it's going to be 22 to get it done,
Right.
and where you sit,
Right.
I mean, that's a. I mean,
right.
It's not a great situation. I mean, you need good players in this team right now. You are. It's not like there's a long list of guys you say, hey, we can. This is one of our studs. We can build around him.
Right.
John is one of those guys.
It doesn't help, too. You drafted a guy in the first round a couple years ago who was never going to help you as much as you would have hoped a guy there would help you. I mean, there's also that. You're losing Darius almost for sure. Avery Jones could be gone. I mean, there's a lot of turnover on the defensive line. We don't even know Calais is standing.
And Jan is a guy, at the end of the day, like, do I think his pure numbers say that he's one of the best pass rushers in the NFL?
Right.
You know, he's borderline.
Right.
He's
Borderline.
very good. But,
Yeah.
But have they said, like, he should be one of the highest paid defense players in the league? You know, you could argue no. And he got better playing the run this year. There's no doubt about that. But is he a great run defender? So is he a great every down defender at that position? No, I would say he's great. He got much better this year.
Right.
But then you have to start looking at who he is, how he approaches the game, his durability, his toughness. He is a young player. You would expect him to even be better these next 4 years, just as he progresses, because you know how he prepares. I mean, it's a hard one to let him walk out the building.
Yeah.
But I think it's more than just money at this point. I think there's some disappointment on Jan's side. I think there's some of how the whole thing has been handled.
I agree.
The way he views it, at least. I'm not saying the Jags did anything wrong, just from his standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And when a player gets that in their mind,
It's hard to get it out, right?
it's hard to get it out. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been there. I've
Yeah.
been there where you get frustrated with the organization. You're like, wait a second, this is ridiculous.
Right.
Miles Jack is
And-
the third highest paid middle linebacker.
At the time, yes.
Yeah.
Third highest paid inside linebacker.
Inside linebacker,
Yes.
And so I get it. I mean, I really do get it. And I don't want Jan to leave. And if it's really the difference is, $1 million to $2 million a year, you almost think where you sit as an organization, unless you can really maybe get that top first rounder, someone's willing to depart with the first rounder to get him. Boy, it's tough to let that guy walk out the door.
Beef, tell folks who Breakfast with Baselli is brought to you by.
As always, Breakfast with Baselli brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services.
I just go to this, and we'll wrap it up with this, Tone. You're a better football team with that type of guy on your football team than not on your football team. And so, where we are right now as a franchise, we certainly need those kind of football players on our team right now. It would be my kind of mantra here.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you're going to franchise them.
Uh-huh.
That's going to make it contentious. It's going
Right.
to lock up. It's going to tie up $19 million of your cap, so it's going to limit what you can do in free agency a little bit, unless you let some more guys go.
Right.
None of that's good. I mean,
That's
in a
terrible,
perfect
by the
world-
way. For a team that's in financial difficulty when it comes to the salary cap. That's a big storyline that you've got now. $20 million tied up you can't use, and that you're not going to get used out of. If, at least it doesn't look like that immediately.
And what you want to do is you want to create a culture down there where guys like Jan want to be here.
Right.
And so that they might say, yeah, I can go get 22 on the open market maybe. But, I'll take 21. I love it here. I love my teammates. I love the organization. I feel like they've gone over the top to help me and protect, be with me. And I want to be here. I feel like we're, and obviously Jan does not feel that way.
Right.
And that's where you get frustrated, I think, as an organization, as a fan base, as people covering the team and everything else, because you want that. Not that guys to take it, I don't believe in this whole thing, hey, give a hometown discount.
Sure.
But I do believe in saying, like, if you really want to be somewhere and you're talking, $21 million a year compared to $22 million a year, if the guarantee's pretty close, you know what? I'm going to stay home. It's tax-free dollars. It's a good place to live, and I love my team. And that's the kind of the culture you want to establish because guys feel like they can win a championship here. And obviously Jan does not feel that way. And that's I think that's where everyone gets disappointed.
All right, my man. Well, great stuff. Always appreciate having you on. Was there one thing with the 9 pick right now? Are you ready to now after the combine say I want this guy, or are you still vetting?
Well, I just think it's dangerous to just look at this. I always because we overvalue guys.
Yeah.
After the combine, because some of the workouts are just amazing.
Right.
But if you watch tape, I still,
I
look
agree.
at a guy like Derek Brown from Auburn. I want him on my team.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if he has the best workout,
Right.
but he just kills people.
Right.
Now, I'll tell you what, some of those tackles, watching them move and they have good tape. I mean, you look at the kid from, and I can't think of all their names right now.
Mekhi Becton from Louisville.
Yeah, I mean, the kid from Louisville, the kid from Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are big, powerful, athletic men.
Mm-hmm.
And they look good and they have good tape. I mean, those are guys that I still think, I know Dave and Doug both said they love the offensive line. They feel comfortable there. So, that's either a smoke screen or they're really going to go somewhere, another direction.
Yeah.
But there's some guys that, and maybe one of those falls down to the 20. Because they are big, and I just say it all the time. There's not a lot of guys. You don't see guys like that come out every year who are that big, athletic, and can move. So I still think I start with defensive tackle at 9 if the right guy's there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a pretty interesting draft. A lot of receivers, tackles.
Yep.
I think the quarterback situation is going to be really interesting because I think Justin Herbert's going to move up in the draft. So who knows? This is where a crazy season gets because you're going to hear everything about everybody over the next month and a half.
All right, my man. Well, we appreciate the time. Always good to catch up with you. Thank you, Tony.
All right, see you guys.
There he goes, Don Anthony Baselli Jr. He's number 71 in your program, number 1 in your heart. He wanted to release a statement earlier today saying that he could no longer continue with the drill. And so,
but we said no.
We said no.
We gave him the short-term money, and he's happy now.
We franchised him.
We tagged him. You're either going to play or sit, buddy.
Yeah, he's not sitting.
What are you, Le'Veon?
Or we offered him KTRK in Houston, and he decided to stay here. Decided it wasn't so bad after all. You know what this weekend was? It was, or what tomorrow is actually, is the anniversary of Hank Gathers collapsing and dying on the floor. And they had a big ceremony, and they made put a statue up of Hank Gathers out in Southern California this weekend. And I saw like a documentary on Hank, and there's a forgotten fact that is Shazam worthy when we return. So we'll hop into that a little bit and much more. Here we go. This is The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
A trip to the Players' Championship isn't complete without a stop to the PGA Tour Fan Shop. It's open to the public the weekend before the tournament. No ticket required. Text the keyword merch to the 1010XL text line at 641-1010 for your chance to win tickets and Players merch.
We may not know you, but we always have options for any you. Off-road you, gas saver you, extra space you, budget-friendly you. Plus, you get our exclusive 30-day exchange policy. Visit Beaver Toyota today and discover you. Hey, what are you waiting for? Now's the time to buy. We've got hundreds of vehicles priced as low as $49.99 and warranties on every purchase. Come see me at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet for the car buying experience you deserve. I promise it'll wow you.
Abuse or neglect of a senior by their caregivers can leave you feeling like you've lost control. I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Signs of neglect include bed sores, fractures or bruising, and even malnutrition. If you have a parent or a loved one who lives in a nursing home and is showing signs of neglect, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
Get your favorite wings delivered straight to your door, even at the beaches. Leon Searcy here for Wingstop. Just use the app or order online and select delivery. Fresh made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including my favorite, lemon pepper. They have a 6th location at Beach and Hodges. So there's no need to even cross the intercoastal because Wingstop is now delivering straight to the beaches. Go to wingstop.com and order delivery. Can't stop, Wingstop.
Can't stop. Wingstop.
Are lingering sinus issues slowing you down? Pain around your eyes or forehead? Headaches and pressure could mean you have a sinus issue that over-the-counter medicine just won't cure. Get a fast ENT specialist appointment by calling 904-202-ENTS. Same or next day appointments may be available. That's 202-3687. Say goodbye to your sinus issues today.
In the NFL, there's really no off-season. When the rubber hits the road, Tire Outlet and 1010XL keep you on track so you don't miss a move. The off-season rolls on with Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Mike Hogan, your Duval County Supervisor of Elections, wants to remind you that early voting for the March 17th presidential preference primary election is going on now through March 15th. Visit DuvalElections.com for early voting dates, times, and locations.
Hey there, it's Marty Clark from the IT support team at Google. One of the hardest parts of my job is hiring IT support specialists. And we're not the only company with this challenge. There are 215,000 unfilled IT support jobs in America. It's why the IT training program we developed at Google is available for everyone. It helps you get ready for a job in under 6 months, and your resume will be considered by Google and more than 40 other employers. You don't even need tech experience or a college degree. Enroll today at g.co/ITcert. That's g.co/ITcert.
Attention, architects, engineers, and property managers, give your concrete structures new life with some CPR. CPR Contracting doesn't patch your concrete problems, it solves them. CPR restores and protects all concrete structures. So if the building is 1 story or 40 high, a bridge 1 mile or 10 miles long, CPR is long on the experience to fix it right. Local, licensed, insured, bonded, and drug-free. CPR is the concrete contractor you need to get to know. Also working with other general contractors. Find them at cprcontracting.com.
Of course, Roland Reich Plumbing has awards from Folio Weekly and the Bold City's Best. Now, Roland Reich is also confirmed as the Google Guaranteed Plumbing Service. Because when you do plumbing right, the word gets around. That's Roland Reich Plumbing.
Expert Automotive, home of the lifetime service warranty, has amazing tax time specials. $300 transmission repair and $150 four-wheel brakes on most vehicles. $79 alignments. AC tune-ups, $39.99. Free diagnostics and free tire rotations with any service. Our certified technicians provide dealership quality at small business, locally owned and operated price. At Expert Automotive, we never sell greed, only what you need. Visit expertautojax.com and check out our great Google reviews.
TPC Sawgrass, the Players Stadium course and the best field in the game assembled once again.
It's the toughest tournament to win. It's got the deepest field in the world on one of the most iconic golf courses in the world. Very proud, very honored to be able to call myself a Players Champion.
Experience our gold standard when the Players returns March 10th through 15th. Tickets and parking available at theplayers.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
And the beat goes on? Question mark?
Maybe it's, instead of 50 ways, maybe it's 22 ways to leave your lover.
Oh, okay. This took a little while to get into the song. I didn't know what the song was.
Yeah. Kind of a Paul Simon guy, Dan.
Yeah.
Big fan. You?
Slip out the back, Jan. Make a new plan, Jan. You don't need to be coy, Jan. Just listen to me. Hop off the bus, Jan. Don't make a fuss, Jan. He is gone, Jan.
It's almost like you should just figure out if you're the Jaguars what your best exit strategy is here. I don't think you're being defeatist. You have to know. You have to be able to read the room. Some players, this will be posturing.
Yeah.
Other players, this will be negotiating. And some players, it's pull cord. I'm jumping out of the plane. Giannis jumped out of the plane. He jumped out of the plane. And I don't know if there's an expensive enough safety net down there to save his career here in Jacksonville. The key in the NFL is to keep finding Jans, and that's something that you're concerned to whether or not this.
Well, it was good to have Tony's perspective on it, and he's confident that Jan will be playing football somewhere, not necessarily for the Jaguars this year. I'm confident that Jan will not be playing football for the Jaguars this year.
I think he's cut bait. I do. And they can't make him play. They can put him on, and he can sit out and sacrifice the money until they trade him. And let me tell you, Jacksonville, you're not the Pittsburgh Steelers. You can't afford to let a guy sit all year under a contract terms that cost you the cap. You've bungled and botched this to an unbelievable degree.
Yeah.
And so you got to make it. I don't know what these guys are concerned about saving face. You have no face to save. It's time to make proper decisions. And you know what? Maybe you try and make sugar out of sour, and you try and take advantage. Okay, well, that's $21 million we can spend somewhere else, and we can get Austin Hooper. And go sign a defensive end in free agency and use the money we were going to use on Jan there, and understand that we do have Josh Allen. It certainly makes, the Calais Campbell, indispensable. You can't lose him if Jan is unable to be re-signed. And I'm with you. There's certain players that you could, you would be dubious about whether they would have the long-term, chutzpah to pull this off. I don't think Jan will play for the Jags. I think he's had it, and he's told him that, and he's still – I think he was so offended, by the way, last year. And I'm not saying he was right to be offended, but I think that he was offended. By the way, last year's negotiations didn't go. And I think he decided then he wasn't going to play for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he's a young enough man that if he wants to sit out a whole year, he can. He will play again.
All right, a couple things, a couple polls. I just put out a quickie poll for an hour. Who do you blame for the Jan mess? Jan, take the deal, or Jags management? Real easy. And our drill poll question today, need to sell your money fast, residential, commercial, call the Edge Group, 904-474-5851. Most impressive thing about the NFL Combine, about 300 votes are in. Isaiah Simmons, 4.39, is the leader. The punter's bench press 25 times is second.
People love, the bench press.
Punters are people, too.
Yeah, punters are athletes, too.
I mean, that's like a carried away.
Well, some are. The guy
Only technically.
The guy benched at 225.
But it's just so, again, because of where we are right now as a franchise. That's what's so dadgum disappointing. And, again, December 31st, I just pulled the quote out the other day, the soundbite the other day. This is our top priority. We want Jan here. Okay, well, then you're letting us think that, okay, well, you're going to work out a deal, and you had
clearly you
January,
have no inroad at all.
And we have no deal.
You've responded by apparently giving him an offer that offended him. And I don't know that to be true, but
I've
that's
heard
the word,
that
right?
maybe there was an offer given to Jan this year as well, which he turned down. And again, we don't know the parameters around the money. It's just again, it just seems like for us, everything that could go wrong continues to go wrong.
And because of who we are and how poorly run and the no results, it'll end up showing bad for the Jags. In other words, if we were the Steelers and we let Jan go, then so what?
Right.
The fan base has faith that, well, that's just in the plan.
Well, it's like Tony referred to the Baltimore Ravens
if you have a
because
good
they let
team,
guys go, and they do. They had a couple Smiths go out and sack quarterbacks all over the NFL, and you're like, what are you doing? Well, because they have other guys to take their place because they draft well.
And there is this, too, and I think we as fans in the local media, and we all want Jan back, we appreciate him as a fan, but I promise you, we think higher of Jan here than they do around the league. I promise you.
Yeah.
If you go to Arizona, they've never heard of Yannick Ngakoue. I believe that. Now, they will after this. This will increase his stead. But, at the end of the day, 8 sacks, is that what the average is? 8 sacks a year? Is that what we decided?
37.5 in 4 years. That's 9.
So 9. Basically 9. 9 sacks a year is not – you guys would be amazed right now, Dan, if I went to this year's stats in the NFL – and I gave you all the players that had at least 9 sacks this year. Mm-hmm. There are going to be players in there that you wouldn't even know who they are. So, point being, there's also this distinction to be made, and I'm not claiming that our guys can make it. I don't trust that they can make the distinction that I'm about to say. Mm-hmm. But you have to be able to recognize the difference when you run a terrible team like the Jaguars, under-talented by the way you put them together. You have to know the difference between a guy being the best on your team and being the best in the league.
Yes.
There's a big difference in being king of the dipsticks.
Yeah. We got a lot going on today, obviously. I wanted to touch on real quick on a side note. I love the college baseball, and the Gators are 11-0 for only the third time in school history, first time under Kevin O'Sullivan, and they swept Troy, and it was some really good baseball. I watched a good deal on Saturday.
Now, where'd you find that on Saturday? Voice remote?
Yeah. College baseball.
And where was it
all
on?
the games come on, and you pop it on the internet, and it
on
comes
the
on your
internet.
TV.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't have my TV set up for that.
Yeah,
so
I would have watched some of that.
But anyway, so... Yeah, I told somebody else that the other day, too. I say, just say, and it worked. If you have Xfinity, I think if you just say college baseball on the voice activator, a list of about 20 college baseball games come on when they're playing, and you scroll down, and there's Florida. So I put Florida, Troy on, Hunter Barco, terrific again yesterday. But on Saturday, Troy hit a grand slam early off Leftwich. They kept scoring. They had 7 runs. Florida had 1. Florida started chipping away, but they couldn't get the big hit. They're putting guys on, but they can't get a big hit, and then they finally explode in the 7th for 6 runs. Anyway, the bottom line is this. They're 11-0, and they're playing really good baseball, and I think this is a team that could do something. I don't know if they have that. Tommy Mace, I don't know how much he's going to develop. Leftwich, how much can he develop? Barco, how much can he develop? But they have a lot of good arms in that bullpen too, man, and they hit. Judd Fabian is going to be a star. He hit one yesterday, Jeff, that, I think it went off the roof of the O'Connell Center.
Big hits in Miami, and like you said, the locals between Hunter Barco winning again yesterday on the mound and that kid from Ponte Vedra that we've talked about before is Jacob Young.
Jacob Young has a 12-game hitting streak going on, and our guy Nathan Hickey from Providence is also getting some good playing time. So good stuff happening with the Gator baseball team.
I'll do the Shazam Spotlight on Hank Gathers. I've left people hanging on that, so let me do that first when we come back before we go down the Jan wormhole. By the way, Yannick Ngakoue, and again, 2019 is only one measurable. But Yannick Ngakoue in 2019 tied for 37th in the NFL in sacks. 37th. This is The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Listen for 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard updates from the players. Brought to you by Atomac Harley-Davidson Motorcycles, J. David Tax Law, and McKeever Clinic on 1010XL.
FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com is your home for unbelievable savings on award-winning luxury SUVs and sedans. Looking to steal a deal on a new 2020 Acura model? Shop FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com for the year's best pricing, aggressive financing offers, exclusive conquest and loyalty programs, and more. Come test drive, feel the thrill, and find out why more customers are choosing Acura than ever before. Make the switch and upgrade to Acura today. FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com.
Hey, folks, you heard me talking about the good folks at Zero Res Carpet Cleaning, but have you seen what the other people are saying? Google Zero Res Jacksonville. Do yourself a favor and read the customer reviews. Over 2,800 reviews with a score of 4.9 stars. Zero Res has that patented process. It cleans your carpets without using any soaps, any detergents, or shampoos, so you get no residue left behind. That means your carpets stay cleaner longer, man. I had the cleaning freaks come to our house, and they did a bang-up job, man. It was terrific. They were polite. They got in, they got out, and the place looked brand spanking new. No wonder they have 5-star reviews, right? Right now is the time to call Zero Res, offering the hottest price of the year. 3 rooms of carpet clean for $99. Yeah. So if it gets cold outside, Zero Res is heating things up. 3 rooms, $99. Good only in February, so call Zero Res 287-5727. That's 904-287-5727. Zero Res, spelled forwards and backwards, the right way to clean.
For over 5 decades, a true American band. This is America. 50th Anniversary Tour. An unforgettable evening with America. March 25th, 8 p.m., Florida Theater. Tickets on sale now at the box office or at floridatheater.com. The historic nonprofit Florida Theater is sponsored by Community First Credit Union.
Get inside the Gators with the Florida Gator Report with Lauren Brooks.
Go, Gator!
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
A big win for the Florida Gators.
Get your Gators on 1010XL.
Hello, I'm Eddie Farah. Big business is working hard to limit the rights of employees injured on the job. If you have a workers' compensation claim, here's a point I can't stress enough. Don't back down. The fact is, you do have rights to proper medical care and lost wages. Even if you feel like getting compensated is nothing more than one big roadblock, we know the way, and maybe we can help you. Call Farah and Farah at 396-5555. Offices Jacksonville.
Do you hate your hard water? Spots on dishes, gross, stained showers? For less than 85 cents a day, All Florida Soft Water can make your home a soft water heaven. Clothes will be brighter, water will taste better, and dishes will sparkle like new. All Florida Soft Water can have a system installed in your home within 24 hours with no money down. For exceptional water, schedule your free water analysis today. Call All Florida Soft Water today or visit allfloridasoftwater.com. That's allfloridasoftwater.com.
Tee it high and let it fly, and join me, friends, at the home course, the Jewelton Creek Golf Club. Man, what a terrific reclamation job they have done at my golf course. I mean, the improvements in the conditions there in the last 2 or 3 years, unbelievable. You won't believe it. If you haven't been to the old Champions Club in a while, then come on out. Call 287-GOLF today and set your tee time. You'll love the friendly staff. You'll love the layout, and you'll love your day at the home course at Jewelton Creek Golf Club. So get out those sticks, and I'll see you on the course, the home course, the Jewelton Creek Golf Club.
There's a chance your local Geico agent has the same affinity for dad jokes as you.
What do you call a fake noodle?
I don't know. Maybe an impasta.
Oh, so cheesy.
Did it grate on you?
Yeah, you really shredded me.
But there's a better chance your local Geico agent could help you out with auto, homeowners, renters, or condo insurance. Motorcycle, boat, or RV insurance, too. They'll work hard to provide sound advice and significant savings. You don't need to share a love for paternal puns to do that. Local Geico agents. Call or visit yours today.
Geico knows there are many reasons why you ride, from the camaraderie of the other bikers, a band of brothers, always there for you, rain or shine, to the amazing savings you get with Geico on your motorcycle insurance and accessories coverage all year round. But for Bucky Hornhill, it was one reason in particular.
It was my helmet hair. I was born with helmet hair. I've tried to cut it a bunch of times, even buzzing it, but it immediately just goes back to helmet hair.
Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, let's talk about diamond cutting. How is a diamond price affected by the way it is cut?
Frank, that's probably the most important question asked about diamonds, because the trade-off between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one that's not is the diamond's carat weight. You see, diamond cutters buy rough diamonds based on quality and weight. So as they cut the rough diamond, everything cut away affects profits. However, there's specific known cutting parameters, and each deviation from these means they have a heavier, less beautiful diamond. Unfortunately, a customer can't detect all those cutting imperfections. They need expert help about a diamond's cut grade. You see, for any round diamond of a particular color, clarity, and carat weight, there are as many as 10 different prices that can vary by as much as 50%. At Underwoods, we look specifically at how a diamond's cut before we look at anything else, because it's the most important factor when it comes to a diamond's beauty, and to us, whether it should carry the Underwood name or not.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Shazam Spotlight is brought to you by Shazam Auto. And ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. We bought my daughter a car there as a graduation gift out of college. And it's been nothing but rave reviews. They're awesome to deal with, and they'll make it easy for you. So go see my man Dale Murray at either of the Murray Ford Superstore. So yeah, Hank Gathers, I believe it's 30 years ago tomorrow. Does that sound right? 30 years? Yeah, probably not. Yeah, probably 1990, beginning of 1990.
Yeah.
And do you remember Hank Gathers' death?
Like, I've told this story before, but I used to do college basketball games for the old sports channel, and I did the tournament when Loyola Marymount came through here, and I got to sit and visit with Hank Gathers and Bo Kimball, and he was such a nice young man. So, yes, I remember it very much.
In some cases, there's he's not as heavy, but you know who Hank, in watching him the other day, played an awful lot like
Zion.
Real similar, real forceful inside. Not as big. But he
was a rebound machine.
He was a rebound machine. He was
scorer.
Real tough inside, a scorer, really good player.
Yeah.
It's such a sad story because he had an episode before.
Correct.
And then they kind of got him back to where they thought he was okay, and then to literally, I'm surprised in today's day and age we still show the video, because I'm watching this thing the other day, and you literally see the guy go to the floor and spasm and ultimately die. But, in some cases when you lose a guy like that, his abilities get overstated.
Right.
Right? Because it's sad the way it happened. And in some case, they were maybe even better than you thought. Now, look, that's in the wheelhouse of our sports fandom. You're 26, 27 years old. I'm 23 years old when Hank Gathers dies. I'm in the up to my neck in sports every day, watching nothing but games all over the place. And I had forgotten this about Hank Gathers.
and again, this would be the Shazam Spotlight, just to give you an indication of the type of talent that was lost in addition to the person. Hank Gathers and his Loyola team went on the road out of conference late in the season in 1990 and won at LSU, okay? Hank had 48 and 13 against Shaquille O'Neal and Stanley Roberts.
Yeah.
48 and 13 against Shaq on the road.
Wasn't he like one of the leading scorers and rebounders in the country?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the story, and for those that don't know it, they were Loyola Marymount. They were kind of like, I don't know, maybe Gonzaga. Or they were like a West Coast team. Now, they weren't as sustainable.
No.
But they run and gun. A guy who had used to coach the Lakers. Fun to watch. They'd score 150 points sometimes.
Fun.
Well, and they have good players. Not only Hank Gathers, who would have been a first-rounder, but Bo Kimball.
Was a first-rounder.
Mistakenly drafted in round one. But so Bo Kimball is Hank Gathers' best friend. And they are just, thick as thieves, tight and brothers. And when Hank Gathers, dies on the court, they called off the rest of the conference tournament. Loyola was a good team. They went to the tournament. And then Bo Kimball, the first time he goes to the free throw line, in honor of Hank Gathers, who was a left-handed player, Bo Kimball shoots it left-handed, and he's not a ambidextrous at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he just puts it in one left hand, not even a second hand, controlling the ball, and just pushed it up and swished it in. And, but it really – and I remember Hank Gathers, and I remember how good he was. But, my gosh, put that in perspective. This guy goes on the road against –
Well, it tells you what kind of NBA player he would have been.
Correct.
I think the most thought he would have been Barkley, Zion type of like a 2010 guy. Not the biggest guy, but a guy who knows how to rebound, use his body, and score. And
I think
I'm looking at the stats for that team, that Loyola team. Gathers averaged 29 points and 11 rebounds that season for Loyola. Kimball averaged 35 points.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, they ran and gun. And they had what's the guy? What was the guys? They had the shooting guard. It's got
Their third leading scorer was a guy named Jeff Fryer.
That's it, Jeff Fryer. Yeah.
Averaged 22 points a game.
Yeah. Look at that. 3 guys, 22 or more.
Yeah,
and they had Paul Westhead, who ironically Magic fired.
Yes, he did.
He was the coach of the Lakers. And I think Paul Westhead, did he win the 79-80? He did.
He won one.
He won one, and then Magic fired him and hired Pat Riley.
A couple other notes, news and notes in the sports world. Chipper is going to the broadcast booth, joining ESPN, so that's good. I like that.
He's taking Ross's spot on the Wednesday night games.
Okay, yeah. And
I like that, too, because Chipper loves them Braves.
Well, he's an opinionated dude, too, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. And
it'll work good.
I worry he might get in trouble, but I think he'll be fun. I had mentioned Baseball America's top 5 teams in the country right now. They have Gators, Texas Tech, who took 2 from FSU, 2 one-run games this weekend. Vandy, Georgia, and UCLA. So 3
Georgia,
SEC.
huh? They've been.
Oh yeah, Georgia has a guy.
They've not been great in a while, have they? I know they were in the tournament.
They have a pitcher who they could say could be the.
FSU beat Georgia, I believe, in the regionals last year, didn't they?
First-round pick. So Duran Wiley leaving Reigns. There's some social media chatter this morning. Somebody told me Valdosta's open right now.
Go get that cash, Coach.
Yeah, I would.
You did more than you're worth over there.
It's
Good
Jacksonville.
For you.
It's the state of Florida's failing. And I'm not saying that
teachers too.
There's more schools here. There's educators do not get paid enough here.
I agree.
And in my opinion,
I have a wife and a daughter in the educational system, so I'll hardly agree.
Yeah, I do too, as my wife is. But I would, But it comes down to making pennies on the dollar versus spending time doing other stuff.
Yeah,
and it makes.
Well, they ask you in today's high school age, you almost have to commit like a college coach, only you have other duties.
Yeah.
The high school coach is like the college player. He almost has 2 full-time jobs.
I mean, my younger son plays sports at high school, and he's there basically till 6 o'clock at night.
We were too.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, it's part of it. You enjoy it. Anyway.
But the coaches are there too. Is my
That's
point.
True. Yeah, that's true. That's also very fair. All right, it's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. We make the turn for home with our final hour of the program. When we come back, we still have to see what's trending today, so we'll do that. And as we head to break, I want to tell you all about Pet Paradise.
Before you do, just real quick, I have 300 votes already in my quickie poll. Who do you blame for the Jan mess? 80% Jags. 20%.
I want to talk about I want to talk about that specifically when we come back. You want to talk about a change in fan mentality in the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
That may be
that's like 180, isn't it?
At least.
Yeah.
It might be like a 540, went all the way around and then turned its back. All right, so anyway, Pet Paradise, awesome, all around town, gang. If you're headed out of town, you need somebody to board your dog, then let me tell you what your dog isn't at Pet Paradise. He's not bored. He's boarded. He's not bored. You know why? Because there's all kinds of little canine friends that he hangs out with. You have a staff over there that just loves your dog like you do. They have a bone-shaped pool in the hottest summer. Watch those guys frolic around. That is awesome. But it's more than a boarding company when you talk about Pet Paradise. Boy, they got those climate-controlled suites, by the way, so no matter how long your dog is there, he's outside, he's inside, depending on his preference, and he's always comfortable, which makes you comfortable knowing that you left him there. There's also this. It's everything under one roof. And I love the folks at Pet Paradise. I love that. I love it when people do business right. I love it when customers are always 100% satisfied, and that is almost exclusively the result of visiting your local Pet Paradise. I say local because they're popping up all over around town. I believe 5 now here in the Jacksonville area, including one. It's Hurricane Standards out by the airport, so keep that in mind if it ever comes up. Also, you've got grooming, veterinary services, whether it's day boarding or long-term boarding, you need to go online and then visit your local Pet Paradise because you have a new pet service now. You have a new pet provider. It's Pet Paradise, and you can see all the locations around town at petparadise.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Gator fans, want news on your favorite team from insiders who've covered the program for decades? Looking for live conversations and analysis every day, all year, from local personalities who bleed orange and blue? How about 2 weekly Gator podcasts? Find it on 1010XL or find it nowhere. 1010XL, your Gator station. Always has been, always will be.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. Holy great deals, Batman. How do we do it? Murray Superstores offer an exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty, so stop paying those big city prices at those big city dealers. Shazam! And we'll trade anything from kitchen mops to laptops. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
My boom crushed it moment. Man, I think it was when I finally said this is the ring.
Former Amazing Race contestant Brody Smith